Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we will be doing yet another monthly reading vlog. It is, for me, the start of fall and the weather is slowly but surely getting cooler as well, so I'm really in the mood to read more. Today is the 3rd of September. I know, it is already a bit late and I have finished 2 books already. But before we get to that, I just want to welcome you to today's vlog, and that we will be picking our next read together. But I guess before that, we can talk about the books that I've read. So the books that I read is my last summary rom-com book, which was It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. I love all her rom-coms. It's so short, fast, and it's just a good one. She has been consistently 4-star reads for me, and I will always read what she released, I think. And the second book that I finished is the book that I binge read yesterday, like 280 pages, and then today in the morning I finished, which is over here, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I will not talk to you guys a lot about It's a Love Story, but it's pretty much a rom-com, summary rom-com to commemorate, I guess, the last or the end or the last days of summer. Even though I think later in the month it'll get a bit warmer again, but hopefully, as in for now, it is actually pretty cold. It is chilly weather. It's definitely sweater season, so I'm really excited for that. And we can talk about The Very Secret of Society. Oh, this is such a mouthful. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, but by Sangu Mandana. So this book follows our main character, Mika. Mika is a witch, and a witch in this world, you are not meant to hang out with other witches because too many witches in one spot means like unpredictable magical force, I guess. So she has grown up alone most of her life, and then one day she come across this thing on her DM where it's like witch wanted, and it's like to help teach to 3 young witches. And Mika thought, you know what, let's do this. She moves around a lot, so she decided, you know what, let me move. And the house, guys, the house is called Nowhere House. It's so cozy. I already want to read like another book that she came out with, I think this year, which is like A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, if I'm not wrong. Oh my gosh, I just really want to read more. There is like a little mini love story over here, and honestly the relationship that she had with some of the people in Nowhere House, not some, all the people in Nowhere House, is so adorable. I love this book. So if you guys are looking for a very cozy fall reads, pick this one up. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Let's talk about the books that we are gonna read next. I was thinking, I don't have a lot of cozy reads right now in my shelves, and I don't know if I'm gonna buy more cozy reads. I have a few books that I bought for a 24-hour readathon that I'm gonna film in between this, but I can show you the haul. It's not all here yet, but before that, I keep jumping on topics like there is no tomorrow. I need to relax. I need to come down. So the next books that we're gonna read, I am contemplating to read Quicksilver by Callie Hart. It is in my yearly TBR. It is quite a long book, and since I think this weekend I want to do a 24-hour readathon, it would be perfect to slow read this until the end of the week, which ends in like 2 days. And then a readathon will start. Or we could continue with our cozy read with Rewitch by Lucy Jane Wood, or The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. I've read The Ex-Hex and The Wedding Witch. I don't know why I read it like that though. I read The Wedding Witch first, and then I go back to The Ex-Hex, and then I'm now reading the second book, but I'm so in love with the Ex-Hex world. What is it called? Grace Glen. That's the place. So cozy. Just loved Ex Hex and The Wedding Witch quite a bit. So I thought, you know what, this year, let's read The Kiss Curse. But again, at the same time, I am currently in the middle of 3 books. First one, Still Glow, which is the third. Is it? Wait. It's Guild, Glint, and Glow. Is it? And Gleam. So this is the 4th book. I'm reading the 4th book. And I still have not touched it at all since like a month. I don't want to DNF it because I think I really want to finish the series because maybe it could be interesting, but I think I just lost momentum with it. I just have to pick it up. I will pick it up though. And 2 other books that I'm currently in the middle of is The Two Towers by Tolkien. I don't know how far in I am because I keep reading this and listening to it at the same time for like fully immersive reading, but I never have a bookmark with me, so I just closed it because technically the bookmark would be the audiobook. Yeah, anyway, I want a tangent about nothing, but I'm in the middle of this and I think I'm like 60-70% in, so I really hope to finish it soon-ish. And the book that I started yesterday as well is The Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy, I think it's called. It is Simon's story. I will not tell you more about it because it will be a spoiler. If you guys don't care about spoilers, then please read the blurb. I will not be the one giving you the spoiler. But it has been really good so far. I'm 60% in there, but I'm listening to it in Spotify, and I think my hour is about to be done. And I don't have credits anymore. So the book is, I have the book ordered like 2 months ago, but it got lost in the mail. It got refunded, and I have not ordered it since. And I know the Shadowhunter world is definitely a world, like a collection that I want to collect, like books I want to collect. So I will get it eventually. But if my credits are gone, I will see if I could wait or if I will read it physically or on my Kindle, because I do have the entire collection of the Shadowhunter world on my Kindle. Anyway, that is pretty much that. So I'm very conflicted in what I should do. I will continue listening to the Shadowhunter Academy one and Two Towers. That will just go on throughout September, I think. And I'm just now contemplating whether I want to continue with Glow, read Quicksilver, or pick up like 2 other cozy reads. But I think I want to continue with, or I want to start reading Quicksilver and maybe just read Glow like 10-20 pages a day. Maybe. But enough tangent about that. I want to show you my part haul that I got today. I ordered these books yesterday and somehow it arrived today. So it's super fast, and these are the books that I would love to read. 2 of them I already read twice, I think. So I just want to have it in my collection. It is Brie Paulson's graphic novels. I have 2. One is Garlic and the Vampire and Garlic and the Witch. 2 of these are one of my favorite graphic novels of all time, besides Fangs. And I thought this would be like a perfect palette cleanser books in between the readathon. So that is that. And another fantasy book that I have heard from so many people, and they're all giving it a 6-star reads. So I decided to pick it up. It is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eriu. Really excited about this one, but also very nervous. And the other books that are coming, I have a Stephen King's book, but the thing is, I think I ordered it in French somehow, so I might have to return that. And I have one more book, which is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, another cozy read. So yeah, anyway, lots of yapping. Or like the things that I would love to do in this vlog is definitely making my bookshelves more fall-esque. Right now it is still very summery. It's not summery because it's all year round, pretty fall decorated, I want to say. But I do want to do a little bit of book on haul as well, because I think it has reached that time where I have collected so many books that I don't think I'm really passionate about anymore. And I know a lot of people out there would take better care of it, would love it even more. So I think I definitely want to do a little bit of like unhaul kind of thing. I will do it and I will show you what I decided to unhaul. But other than that, that is the plan for this vlog. It's gonna be a fun vlog. It is September after all. I'm gonna make it super fall and super cozy, hopefully, even though towards the end of the month and the beginning of October I am traveling and I will not be here to see the leaves turn orange as much, but I will still try and make it very fall-esque. But yeah, other than that, honestly, just doing all the hobbies that I'm currently loving. I have finished my star blanket. I will show you when I'm like really done with it. I need to weave in the ends, but I lost my needles, so I have to buy that. I have also started a new crochet project, which would be a granny square blanket. But yeah, that is the plan of this vlog, to just read, do hobbies, do fall things because it's finally September, and obviously for you guys to just come along with me and see what I read in the month of September. So yeah, let's just get into the reading vlog. So I have read quite a bit of Quicksilver. Honestly, I am pretty far in. I want to say I'm 26% in slash 173 pages in. And not gonna lie, I am still pretty confused in what is happening. The thing is, it's not confusing per se, like not the plot, I guess, like the things that are happening, they're not confusing. They are pretty straightforward in what is happening, and you know what is happening and so on and so forth. But the thing is, we don't know why we're in the situation in the beginning, and the people that would know the answer are refusing to give us the answer. Pretty much we are following our main character, Ceres. She is from the Silver City, where it's hot and it's like in this kind of desert city sort of thing, and there's like this kind of factions, and she's in the third one, and there is so cruel. You don't even get water, and the water that you get is the leftover like toilet water, I guess, from the palace. And we have the scene where she was talking to a soldier, and one of the not a soldier, actually a captain, and the captain was like, oh, but there's filtration system, and she was like, filtration system, there's only a grate. So obviously the third faction, where she has lived for 24 years, are very like, it's a banished place, and the queen, she really does not like the people, and she did something stupid, and she's pretty much dealing with the consequences. She was dragged to the palace to be in the prison, and the queen ordered her to get killed. And but instead of being killed, she did something that we still don't fully understand how, but she did something, and this guy came out of the Quicksilver. So Quicksilver is like a portal slash pathways to different realms, I think. And this guy gave her something. So she lived after being brutally stabbed by this captain, brought to this new realm, I guess, where the Fays live. And now the Fays, they want something from her, but we don't know what exactly yet. And all the people that are around her right now, they're not really answering the questions, except this one guy who saved her during her, like, not murder, during her punishment, I guess, from the captain. And that is pretty much it. A lot of things have happened, but whether there are things that I could explain to you why they're happening, not really. So it is very confusing. I just don't know what's happening. And I'm really intrigued because I am 30% in, which means like 30%, as in like 26. But still, I think like I'm further enough in to know more, but I still don't know enough. But I just know from TikTok that a lot of people are loving Kingfisher, like they're loving Risan or shipping, whatever it is called, the verb. So I am quite intrigued in how he's gonna redeem himself, because right now he's just being so insufferable, annoying, which honestly, from what we heard, from what he experienced in the past century, it is understandable that he's doing what he's doing. But yeah, that is pretty much what I've known so far from Quicksilver. I will be continuing reading this book and making more progress. But I think right now I would love to do a little bit of chores. So I will pick up my audiobook because I still have a few hours in my Spotify, which means I will be listening to, let me show you. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy is following Simon's story, which I think I already told you in the intro. I'm currently at the end of chapter 11, which means I have 6 more chapters, but there are 17 hours. And I know with Spotify you only get 15 hours, so I don't know how I'm going to finish the last 2. But anyway, that is the plan for the rest of the evening. And I will update you more whenever I have updates with Quicksilver. I think with the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, I really cannot update you that much, because what is currently happening to Simon is, I think, 9, 7, 8. I think 8 books into the universe. So I don't know how to really talk about it, but pretty much our Simon, one of my favorite characters in the Shadowhunter world. He has gone through so much, has gone through so many transformations, and now he's doing, I would assume, his last transformation. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that's convoluted. I don't know if that's understandable, but it is what our guy is currently dealing with. So, yeah, that is the update. Hello, everyone. Good morning. It is currently the next day, which is the 5th of September. I am here to give you a little bit of an update, I guess, on what I'm reading. Last night I stopped reading Quicksilver for a little bit, and then I picked back up, I think, Tales of the Shadowhunter Academy, is it what it's called? I listened to it in Spotify until I ran out of my quota hours, whatever it is. I think I am, oh gosh, how do I see it? If I'm not wrong, I am like 70% in. Let me see. I don't know actually how long. I have 5 hours, 28 minutes left, which I think in total it was 17 hours. So I don't know how much left I have. But so I moved on to another audiobook because I was just like doing my chores, need to clean up, and so on and so forth. So I picked up Two Towers. Did it drag quite a bit? Yes. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I am also almost done with this, so I'm really excited to go into The Return of the King. I'm right now on page 925, and I think the end is 971. So I have like around 50 pages, I guess. I will try and finish it today. But other than this, I think today I would definitely want to finish Two Towers. I want to read a little bit more of Quicksilver. And the other book that I would love to pick up, I know I should be probably finishing Glow. I will try today and read like 1 chapter of Glow, but we shall see if that happens. But this is the book that I want to pick up today, which is Jane Austen's The Beautiful Cassandra. I have never read classics before other than 1984 by George Orwell. And I thought, you know what? It's fall. It's so cold outside, so cozy. Time to read something a little bit more challenging. I don't even know if this is going to be challenging, but just the thought of starting a classic, just it's kind of nerve-wracking somehow, but I am intrigued. Anyway, that is the update. And another thing why I'm updating you is because I'm gonna go bake a little bit of a banana bread. And I thought since it's fall and I want to make it super cozy and fall, I'm gonna take you guys along to bake with me. So let's go and bake some banana bread. It's just to accentuate. I finished Two Towers by Tolkien. Did it end crazily? Yes. Was it what I was expecting? Not really. Was it kind of brutal? Yes. Was it really good though? Also, yes. Did it drag in the middle? Also, yes. So, I think it is worth to go through all the boring bits to go to the end, so to say. Whether I am frustrated with some of the things that are happening, also, yes. But I'm just glad that I'm done with Two Towers and now I get to pick up The Return of the King, and hopefully The Return of the King would not be too boring. The thing is, the beginning and the end, the pacing was so good, so fast, and the writing, everything was so good. The things that are happening, I mean, not good as in like for the reader, not for the characters. But the middle was a struggle for sure. But yeah, anyway, that is that. I have continued reading Quicksilver, but I have not made enough progress to tell you more. But I am sat here in my rocking chair to just start reading something new. I know I'm supposed to be reading Glow. I think I will read Glow for the rest of the evening after I had my fill of reading The Beautiful Cassandra. I just picked it up, okay, guys, and I read the first page. The first page is this: she has many rare and charming qualities, but sobriety is not one of them. Jane Austen. Now I'm thinking, should I pick up Pride and Prejudice more over this? But it's also only 40 pages, so maybe I can just sit down here and read this little mini classic instead of picking up Pride and Prejudice. I don't know. I'm gonna sit here, obviously, pick this one up. So let's go read this right now. So I had just finished reading The Beautiful Cassandra by Jane Austen. It is quite late in the day. All I have to say is, what did I just read? Because honestly, every single time I finish a short story over here, I had to go to Google, go to the great big internet to figure out what the heck are we talking about. I read 54 pages in about like 2 hours. Not my proudest moment, but also, what? I really hope whenever I start with Pride and Prejudice, it won't be as confusing as this one, because if I need to explain to you what this is about, it's about a bunch of nothing. Really. And would I ever recommend you reading any of this? Probably not. I would probably suggest you jump directly into her like full length novels and not just her like short stories she's written whenever she was a teenager. I think at least in Pride and Prejudice she is a little bit older, so she definitely matures out. Or like her writing is a little bit more mature than this one specifically. Do I know how to explain anything about this? Not really. The short story about Cassandra, though, The Beautiful Cassandra is the title of this collection, is that she just spent her day, she went to a bakery, she proceeds to eat 6 ices, it says, or like 6 pastries, I guess. She knocked out the cook or the pastry chef because she doesn't want to pay. She left, took the coach all the way to this place, and then she decided she didn't want to go there, so make him drive her all the way back. And she just left because she doesn't want to pay. And then she's like, oh gosh, it's been 7 hours since I've been dilly-dallying. I'm gonna go back. And then the mom hugged her and she was like, oh, it was a day well spent. That's pretty much that whole short story. So as you guys could see, it's very, I don't know how to explain it to you, but yeah, that is The Beautiful Cassandra. I think I will stay up a little bit more. It is now 11 p.m. I think I want to read a little bit more of Quicksilver before I go to bed. Just end it with some kind of like normal reading. It's not normal reading. Some kind of more up my alley reading before I go to bed. And yeah. Good morning, everyone. It is currently Monday, 8th of September, and I am here to give you a little bit of an update. I don't know if I've updated you about Two Towers and The Beautiful Cassandra. I think so, but today, if I look tired, it's because last night I slept at like 2:30 a.m. finishing a 6-star read. It is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. It was such a good book. I like physically could not put it down. And I was reading it and immediately going to bed. And then today in the morning, obviously it is still morning, I woke up at 7 or like 6:50 something. Yeah, so now we're here. And I thought before we start our day, obviously I haven't properly gotten ready for the day yet. I thought we could look through our bookshelves. I have been wanting to organize my bookshelf for quite a bit. But before I get to that, I want to talk a little bit about Quicksilver. I don't think I talked to you about Quicksilver at all. It was such a good book. And I know I updated you. Told you guys that I was gonna do a readathon of some sort last weekend / yesterday and the day before, but it got too busy. Didn't manage to do it at all. So I think I will postpone it to next weekend, or this weekend. But yeah, Quicksilver, how do I even start? The premise of the story is pretty much actually I should probably check what would be a spoiler. So I can tell you quite a bit of stuff apparently. But pretty much we started in this world called Zilverin, I think it's called. It's like a very I think actually never mind. I think I really talked to you about this already. About the beginning. But pretty much what I know now is that we are in Evelia, which is the Fae world, or it's like a different realm. And obviously now I think she has figured out her power a little bit more, or her powers. And pretty much, let's just say the romance between her and Kingfisher was so good. I was a little bit not weirded out. I was more like, why is his name Kingfisher? And people call him Fisher. And I was like, is he a king of some sort? I'm not sure. But honestly, I really love their romance. And I feel like it is a little bit fast paced, the romance, not slow burn. Usually, second book, you get to explore a little bit more of the romance, but definitely not here. Like, pretty far in the beginning, they already are super attracted physically towards each other, I guess. But then I don't even know what I can tell you because I feel like anything I tell you would be a little bit of a spoiler, and obviously I wouldn't want to spoil anybody, but it was quite crazy. Like, the plot definitely did not expect that. Yeah, and it was like just high stakes, fast paced. Everything was happening always. It was like in the beginning I was a bit confused because nothing really was explained. Also, do not mind the mess behind me. I am trying to crochet a blanket, so ignore that. But it was pretty confusing in the beginning because nothing was explained, and it's just like you were dropped into this world and you just get to experience it with Ceres, because Ceres also doesn't really know anything. So, and Kingfisher, he doesn't, or like the people, the Fae, they don't really tell her much because they were like, oh no, is this really a thing that we would tell a human? When they wouldn't tell Ceres anything, then we wouldn't know anything either. So it is quite interesting because we're just following the storyline the way Ceres follows it. But honestly, after the end battle, so to say, something major happened. And I definitely did not expect that. I expect something like this were to happen at some point, but the way it happened was crazy. First of all, the end battle was crazy. The plot twist was even crazier, or like the reveal, I guess, was even crazier. Yeah, and then the second reveal was even crazier, and the third reveal was even mind-boggling. So anyway, it was so good. And today I don't think I want to jump into anything that could be a 5 stars, because it might not be a 5-star, because Quicksilver is definitely a 6-star read. I will be obsessing over that book for a bit. I'll be insufferable for a bit. But today in the morning, I picked out 4 books that maybe I would like to read, because now I just really want to read something, especially after reading such a good book like Quicksilver. So I have a short classic, I guess. Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart. It's like a mini classic. Maybe I want to read it. I think there's like 3 short stories here. Yeah, exactly. The Telltale Heart, The Fall of the House of Usher, and The Cask of Amontillado. So maybe we could pick that one up, but I feel like I would want a little bit something that requires less of a brain power because it's classics, and I'm always so wary in picking up classics because I'm not sure if the writing style is going to be easy to digest or not. So, yeah, that's that. I also have here a book that I really don't know what it's about. I just know it's dark romance, and it's a series of a really long, not really long, maybe like 8-9 books if I'm not wrong, but quite a series. And it is God of Malice by Rena Kent. Legacy of God series, exactly. And this is like, I bought this book whenever I really want to know whether I'm into dark romance. Since then, I have read a couple and I'm not into it, but people really love this series, so I might want to pick this one up. And I feel like I already know that it won't be a 5-star read, so I thought I could pick it up maybe. I don't know. We shall see for that. And then, whenever my friend was here the other day, I picked up this book because we were thinking about like what to buddy read next. I picked up this book and read the first sentence, and I immediately want to read it. The thing is, we picked a different book, I think, for this month. We picked The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I think I already said that. And the second book would be, I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I'm going to pop it out in the screen, but I think it's called I Got Drunk and Accidentally Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf or something like that. Because it's so ridiculous, I just have to read it. And this was one of the contenders because she has this book as well in her physical TBR. But another thing is, I really want to read something vampiric. So I also have Mistress of Lies. And then I was also thinking, maybe I want to read something more lighthearted, just like fall, cozy romance. But I think that's it for now, because I am gonna organize the bookshelves just after this. I was also thinking maybe we could listen to the 4th Harry Potter book. What is it called? I'm not sure. I think it's called Goblet of Fire. And I thought because it's such a long book, I could get a head start on it. But I really have been craving more Harry Potter books because it's so cozy outside. Even though yesterday it was actually pretty warm. But today it's very cold. So, yeah. But I think, as if for now, Goblet of Fire. And yeah, let's start with the Goblet of Fire. And then we can start decorating our bookshelves. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Dua lah. whenever I was organizing, I noticed I really do not have a lot of fall decoration besides the two that I showed you. Oh, maybe the three. But the other one was just Harry Potter themed. So, yeah, not a lot of decoration, but a lot of books off. Not most of them are unread. Some of them are unread, and I don't think I'd be interested in picking it up. So, yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go and donate this very soon. I need to look for boxes because it does not fit the box that I need to ship. I'm gonna list some of these books on Vinted, so if you guys would want any of these, then obviously you can go there. I will sell it probably for pretty cheap. I just wanted to go into somewhere where people could appreciate it more than I do, so to say. And another update I wanted to give you, but it's gone. Oh, it's here. So I have been crocheting, and today I finally found my needle. I think it's called eye needle, is it? Maybe, I'm not sure. The thing is, I have never learned to properly weave in anything, so I just tried my best to weave in something, and I've never had to combine two granny squares together, so this is me making it up. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I think I did an okay job. Like, obviously, I have to. Do you guys see how crooked this is? It's because I think, like, some of them I really did the stitching, the crocheting, I guess, super tight, and some of them are, like, very loose, and I keep on, like, stretching them. So, yeah, that's why they're, like, that. But I think once it's a proper blanket, it'll be good. But honestly, I adore the colors. But yeah, that is what I've been doing. Honestly, with this mess, I don't think I want to finish it today. Maybe I do a little bit of cleaning montage some other time when I actually clean this, because it's such a mess. And I still need to list through all this, what do you call it? Illumicrate books. So yeah, anyway, that is it for me today, I think. Oh, another thing, I guess, an actual reading update is while doing all this, I listened to 25% of Goblet of Fire, which honestly, it goes by so fast, so quick, and what am I doing with my hand? It was so fun, and I always dread starting it because of how cruel the Dursleys are, and this one is more okay, I think. So, and I've gone past it. Now we're in Hogwarts already, so it's okay. But yeah. But that is it for me for now. I have quite a bit of an update this evening. I have been doing so many errands, I would say, since yesterday, obviously, with taking down all the books that I don't want to have anymore and sending it to the post office, and also redecorating a little bit of my shelves. I still have some decorations, I think, that I would like to put up, but maybe more towards Halloween, I want to say, or like beginning of October kind of thing. Either way, I'm here to give you quite a massive reading update. I finished Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I think I did say The Prisoner of Azkaban is one of my favorites. So like the first book is like the first book of Harry Potter series, and it's like the start of everything, and you get to learn everything, and it was just cozy, right? And Azkaban is specifically because of Sirius Black, and this one I really like because I think massive, like, major things happen at the end of this book. I'm not gonna try and give you any like spoilers or anything like that, but crap ton of things happen in this book, and I think plot wise this might be one of my favorite. This might be one of my favorites. I didn't expect the ending. And I like that even like this book is quite thick compared to the previous books. And I think after this, which is the Order of Phoenix, would be even thicker, I think. But I am excited for that one because specifically this book started still in the summer because usually the book starts a little bit with Harry in like summer break with the Dursleys. And this one, it did start like that. But in the middle of the summer break, I guess something happened and he would go to Ron's place. So, first of all, I already like that so much more because poor Harry. I hated how the Dursleys, the way they treat Harry, so specifically knowing that at least he's not as miserable, even though in the end it was quite rough. But anyway, finish this book. I think it might be a 4.75. It's so close to being a 5-star, but I think, I don't know. It's just good. I need to marinate. I don't think it is a 5-star. I think it's either between 4.5, 4.75. I think it might be more on 4.75. That is the major update that I have over here. I started it yesterday, and the fact that I finished it today was honestly so crazy because it is 617 pages long. So, yeah, that is that. Really happy that I read this. It was so good. So excited for the Order of Phoenix. But I was doing chores, so on and so forth. Just doing little bits and bobs. And I thought, you know what? Let's start another audiobook. I decided, I was thinking of like, should I start Elantris or should I start The Return of the King? And I have decided on The Return of the King. And it's difficult to know what page I'm currently in because it follows the page count. So like Fellowship of the Ring would start on page 1. For example, the Fellowship of the Ring would end, I don't know, at 400. So the Two Towers will start at 401. So with this book, I started on page 977 and now I'm 994. So like around 15 something pages, I think, if my math is not wrong. It's been interesting. The 15 pages that I listened to. I think I will put this book down for a sec because I have been telling you that I've been in the middle of this book for so long. Last night I read, I think, like around 10-15 pages of that book, which is right over here. It's Glow by Raven Kennedy, 4th book in the Plated Prisoner series. I definitely want to try and finish this book before this month ends because I have been reading this, I think, for 2 months and I think it's enough. I think it's time for me to finish it, but I am gonna read this right now. I have my tea over here. I'm gonna light the candle in a little bit. I'm just gonna read until I'm sleepy, I guess. And another update that I have is that I finally made another row of my... It's gonna be a massive project. I should have started it probably summer so that I would have it perfectly for fall, which is right now. And I thought I could finish this like soon-ish, but obviously no. It's gonna take so long for me to finish this. Obviously, do not look at the details. This is my first ever time making granny squares. Before I ramble on and procrastinate in reading even more, I think I will start reading Glow. So let's do it. Currently, chapter 22 of Glow / page 231. I'm 32% in, which honestly kind of proud. Lots of things have happened. Our main character Oren kind of gets in minors for some reason. She's just, I don't know. And I feel like right now her dynamic with the male main character is so so I'm not sure. And also we are introduced to many other POVs in this book, and I think I really enjoyed Risa's and Ostric's point of view. They're so interesting, and obviously it's like a whole different set up, I guess. So that was interesting, but I have made a little bit more progress in the book that I have picked up today. I read for a little bit over an hour, I think, and I read 74 pages, or I am now currently starting page 9, chapter 9. Also, one of my friends got me this bookmark. Look at how gorgeous. Anyway, I know in Belladonna we are following this mystery where we need to find the reason of the bad happenings with our main character Signa, and also other than that she has to solve, I think, 2 different mysteries besides of that. Obviously the ending of the book presents, or like the ending of the book presented a new set of mystery, and we are following that. And specifically this one, we are following a murder mystery, which is honestly so cozy because I love the atmospheric feel of the manor that we're in. The character that we got introduced with, we found out that they have a major connection with one of the main characters, and it is honestly a little bit mind-boggling, but I enjoy this book so far. I think that in the 74 pages that I read, it was really good, and also I feel like this would be such a cozy fall book, which I already said multiple times. I don't know what I can really talk about really, because obviously I don't want to spoil any of the plot points. So yeah, we shall see if I keep enjoying this. I'm gonna continue with my Granny Square Blanket, and I will update you whenever I think I'm done with Foxglove, and hopefully a decent amount of progress with Glow. Honestly, I have not made more progress in Foxglove, and I am now chapter 10, or about to start chapter 10. So I'm like one chapter further than before, and even with Glow, I don't have any updates because I have not continued reading this, but I think I have to end the vlog right now because tomorrow would be the start of a readathon that I'm doing. I think I'm gonna do 48-hour readathon or 24-hour readathon. I am still unsure. You will see for sure in the upcoming weeks, I think. I think you've probably already seen this 24 or 48-hour readathon. I think it will be interesting. I have quite a book stack that I would like to go through. Anyway, I will explain all of that in the next video or in the 24-hour slash 48-hour readathon. All the books that I read, I don't think I've rated it in front of you guys, or I've told you guys the rating, so I will pop it in the screen. This would be the rating of all the books that I read in this video. Honestly, I feel like it was such a good reading vlog. If you guys want to see me finish Foxglove, then go ahead and go to that reading vlog to that readathon. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I have anything else to update you guys on. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are, whatever time it is, whatever day it is, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.